Welcome back guys to a brand new tutorial. In today's video we're going to work with images in our blog application using Django and Python. Alright, so in the previous video we created these two database models, but we didn't include in this blog post model the image model to actually have images to reference to the blog post. And now in this video that is what we're going to do, is going to add this image field to actually store images in our database and also display those images in our blog posts on the website front end. Alright, so I start right away, and in the middle right here just type blog_image. Yeah, that's what we're going to call this field. And for that we're just going to use models.ImageField. And now inside of that just use null equals to true and also blank equals to true. And for the upload to we'll call the file blog images. Yeah, that's good. Alright, we also need to close this. Alright, so what is all of this? So we have this field called blog image where users can actually upload their images of their blog posts to our database, and it will be stored inside of our folder called blog images. So that is what this upload to is doing. So it creates this blog images folder and actually stores all of these images in that folder. We actually need to type here a slash. I usually do that, so yeah, you should do it too. And this two, null and blank equals to true, just helps us to not get an error, because we already have one blog post we created in the previous video that doesn't have this image, and we just want to set that this image is not necessary, so we can actually bypass that error. We will later on delete these two to actually set a image to be mandatory. Alright, so if I explained everything, now we can actually start doing the other steps we need. So just break from this server right here, and the next thing we need to do is actually pip install another package we need. So pip install pillow. So that is what we need to actually store images in our actual database. Instead, if we don't do that, we'll get an error. So yeah, once we installed that pillow package, now we can actually make migrations. Alright, and also migrate, or actually applies those changes we created to the database. So yeah, we actually see that it actually worked, and it tells that this requirement is already satisfied to me because I already have my pillow package installed, but yours should install. And yeah, that's it. We have done everything inside of our database right here. Now we actually need to go to the settings.py and actually just import OS right here, and just under this where it is, okay, so this static URL, now we actually need to add a couple of more settings lines to actually make it work. Alright, and now the things we need to actually make images work is just type right here with all caps media_URL is equal to media right here. And basically what this does is just tells Django that our media folder is called actually media, and now we need to actually specify the URL where it is stored. So it is media_root, and it is just os.path.join, and then just type right here base directory, and also that media folder we have just created right here. And basically what this does is just again tells Django that where this is actually stored, and to actually store images inside of that media folder. And also we need to add a path to this static URL so we can actually use static files in our project. So just type right here static files_dirs is equal to, and then this sorry, not curly brackets but normal brackets, we don't need this, and just type right here os.path.join, also base directory, and what this static URL is called, just copy that right here. And also for this, if you call this, you can call this folder whatever you want. I just usually call it media, and you can do so too. So yeah. Alright, so once we save this file, now we can actually go to this Urls.py, but not one in the main. I don't have it now, but actually one in the my site directory. And just right here, we need to import first of all a couple of things, and just under these two things, just type from Django.conf import settings, and also we need from Django.conf .urls.static, we need to import the static files so we can actually reference them inside of these URL patterns to actually use them on our front end of the website. So right here, just add a plus and use this static thing we just imported right here, and inside of the brackets just type settings.media URL and also document root to be equal to that media root. Or we actually need to add settings right here because yeah, it is inside of the settings. So yeah, what we've done here, so to Django, whatever it wants to actually use static files instead of its front end or HTML front end, you need to actually specify those static files in this URL patterns. So yeah, that's by doing this plus and then this static function we just imported right here. And basically we need to specify what the media folder is called and then where it is stored. So that's just by doing this settings.media root. We could have also not made this variables right here and just do it manually, but yeah, I think it is better always to do it with variables to actually have the better understanding really. So yeah, we've done everything we actually need to actually make this work. So we can go to our admin right here. So go to this URL. We need to actually run the server first. Alright, the problem was I didn't have the comma right here, so yeah, just add it inside of the static file directories. So just add this comma right here behind this OS path join, and yeah, this should fix your error. And now just copy this URL, and once you do, you can go to this and just type admin right here. And I am already logged in because of the previous video. So yeah, we can now go to our blog posts and actually go to this, and we can actually see there is a choose file option to actually upload a blog image to. So yeah, I'm just going to install random picture about basketball, for example, and actually upload it right here so we can actually see if it actually works. Alright, so I have installed a random picture about basketball, so now we can go to this choose file option and just upload that basketball image I have just installed. And now we can actually click save right here, and it actually said that it was changed successfully, but now we can actually check that by going inside our Visual Studio Code, and we can see this media folder is actually created by itself automatically. I didn't create this folder, it just happened to be there, right? So it was created automatically, and you can see this blog image, we can see the full name, but we can actually see it right here. So media/blog images, so that is just that upload to field we have created right here. So that we can actually see that it actually works. Alright, and I have also changed this null and blank to actually doesn't exist. So now we have made this blog image field actually mandatory, so the users need to actually upload an image to their blog post to actually make it public or viral or whatever you want to call it. And this default just prevents a error, so it will ask you something like there are the fields that doesn't have an image, so you need to actually make this default field and just call it just type the image you called right here. So inside of the blog images, just use the name you used right here and also add the extension that it uses. I think we can delete it now. Let me just check if we can't. I mean, yeah, we can actually delete it now. So just make migrations again and it should work. So yeah, let's run server again to make sure, and it does. If you like this video, make sure to check out the pinned comment of this video. I made a free PDF guide on how to help you pass the beginner stage and escape the tutorial hell, and also I have got another great video right here on screen. Make sure to check it out, and I'll see you in that one.